Hello, and welcome to Dolphin's Dive, the weekly strategically minded Sentinels of the Multiverse and One Deck Dungeon stream hosted by yours truly, Dolphin. Handelabra believes in civil rights for everyone and in being as inclusive as possible, so any comments or activity actively working against that goal are not welcome and will not be tolerated. You can follow us at Handelabra Games on Twitch and at Handelabra on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. You can follow me personally at Dolphin21 on Twitter. And on Twitch and YouTube, Twitch and YouTube, it is just Dolphin, no digits. I always stumble at that step. I don't know why. Sentinels of the Multiverse and One Deck Dungeon are available on Steam, iOS, and Android devices, as well as analog, cardboard, and ink, and dice. And you can get the game and more info at Sentinels Digital or OneDeckDungeonDigital.com. So we are continuing on with our One Deck Dungeon I haven't even put anything up. One Deck Dungeon learning / streaming. I have been enjoying the game since I started playing it 3 weeks ago. I've actually been playing it a lot offline. I've been trying to restrict myself to one game a day because otherwise I might burn myself out or something. I am currently at the point where I have successfully unlocked someone's alternate skill for each, healing for all, except I did go with something else for Kalyana because Kalyana's healing isn't as useful for her, although I guess potion tokens aren't necessarily useless. They have uses, and in team matches certainly you could heal your teammates a little more, but I decided to dig into one of the secondary skills, whatever they're called, or talents, I guess. And I'm digging into aggression because Endless Assault can reroll 2 dice for free. Fearlessness, you can roll a heroic die for free in any combat battle or whatever. Hello, Darren 2500 and Dr. Tin Can, welcome. And I have pre-selected a match for this time to try to balance out with the previous games I streamed. Previously, we were focusing on the main game content. This time, I'm doing Forest of Shadows content. We're doing the Vile Roots, which is Forest of Shadows content, for 1, because it has poison tokens, and for 2, if I try to change decks, I can only switch between Forest or Hybrid. You cannot play the standard deck in the Vile Root. Hello, Seamus. I have not played Pokemon Let's Go. I did tell someone that it's one of the things to gift me for Christmas if they so wanted, but I have not gotten it. I heard it's good. I have not actually done anything other than hear that it's good, so I don't really know anything other than it's like a remake of Gen 1, but it's in the Let's Go playstyle. It's the most wholesome game ever. Game of the year. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Escape is apparently the shortcut key to get out. I was going to do Hunter in Vile Roots. The Vile Roots, there's lots of poison in here, and in the battle thingy, I keep forgetting exactly what they're called. It's Peril and Combat, I want to say, but we have swords, we have agilities, we have mana, and on the flip side, we need agility and strength and mana equally so. And the extra rule for the Corrupted Tree Boss, add poison to the consequences if all skull boxes are covered, but if you don't cover a skull box, you take 2 damage straight up, which is equivalent to what you would take if you fail a poison roll. So we have not seen poison rolls in this stream, but the poison icons is a consequence that adds to your player card, and every time you explore or at the start of each boss round, you have to roll to resist poison. And if your dice roll does not beat the number of poison tokens you have, you'll take 2 damage. So a single poison token doesn't do too much, but 4 poison tokens, and all of a sudden things get scary. Alright, so I'm going to do Hunter and Vile Roots. I'm choosing Hunter for no real good reason other than the skill increase a non-heroic die by 2, which is the Wolf Companion helping out the Hunter. Seems pretty cool. I like it. So, since we're playing into Forest deck, I'm opting to go with the alternate cure ability for the potion tokens. The default, which is healing, deal 3 damage from one hero at the start of a turn or round, or 2 damage anytime. In the Forest expansion, they added different options. Each one has the passive Cure, heal 1 damage whenever a potion is gained or used, or heal 1 damage anytime. This allows you to heal in far more situations than just, I'm going to focus on healing, which does entice you to use potion tokens for other reasons. And to help incentivize that, there are some basic potion uses. And today I'm going to go with Fortune. Choose a value, re-roll all your dice of that value. Because if I roll a bunch of 1s, I could drink a Fortune potion and re-roll all the 1s. If I roll a bunch of 6s, I can re-roll all the 6s. Probably not going to do that part, though. But there's that. And one other difference that I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to play on the Veteran difficulty because Novice makes things easy. Start at Experience Level 2 and an additional potion token. Starting at Experience Level 2 makes you start with a free Heroic die. But I want to start at Veteran because that's like the base level. The one higher up than that is Fearless, where you start with no potion tokens. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to start on Veteran. Regular game rules, but if I reach the boss, I gain 2 extra check marks. You're told dolphins will be diving, you feel lied to. All right, fine. We're going to go dive into the game now. See, we're starting the game. It started. We're diving. So, floor 1. For the peril encounters, we have a 3 shield with a heart consequence. For the combat encounters, we have a 10 strength, and I don't remember what the wide boxes are called, but One Deck Dolphin. Yes, that's the name of the first stream that we done. And the rule: add time to consequences if any challenge box has more than 3 dice. So we have to be mindful that we dice wisely. Who started that name again? It just came up with it like 3 weeks ago on our first. Alright, so we've explored, and we see here on level 1 we can have 1 item, we can have 2 skills, we have 0 heroic die, but it takes 6 experience to level up. Sometimes I think it might be worth leveling to level 2 as fast as I can to get that heroic die. It might be better than items and skills, but we'll see. Start with the Moss Golem. So that's another 10 strength, 4, 5, 6 agility, 6 mana. But add 2 times to the consequences for each heroic die on this card. Well, we're not rolling any heroic die right now. We have 7 dice to roll, and that's 6 challenge boxes, 2 of which require 10, so I don't think this is a good encounter to start with. I feel like a peril is a bit better to start with, provided it's the right kind of peril. Goblin, before the encounter, spend time for each closed door. So whenever I find a goblin with 2 closed doors, I feel like fleeing is better than fighting him because, you know, it's equivalent to fighting him with all open doors anyway. This seems a little better than the other guy, but yeah, I'm just gonna see my option. Because I mean, like, spend 2 time. For the other options, we have another combat. We have Spikealon. Add poison to the consequence to reach 5 die on this card, and now this has no mana, but some high dice rolls that will be required. So I think I'm gonna go exit again. Oh, whoops, that's not what I wanted to press. I'm gonna flee. But this is a good time to recall the heroic feats and skills we do have. We have opening shot. Spend time to place a 4 heroic die, or 3 times place a 6 heroic die on any challenge box, ignoring shield icons. So if I'm worried about the mana 6s, since I only have 1 mana die, I could certainly just spend 3 times to put 1 6 on. Our Wolf Companion, increase a non-heroic die by 2, so we could get a 6 that way. Precision is the basic skill that I chose to use. Increase another of your dice by this die's value at the cost of 1 agility die. which requires me to roll a good number with the agility first, but if I roll a good number with these previous encounters, then I want to use them straight up. Hey, Janagro. How are you doing? All right, we have 4 combats. I'm going to have to choose one of these. And one has 2 manas, which is going to be annoying, but I could spend time to just place a 6 on one of those. For the encounter, spend time for each poison in the party. We have none, so I don't have to worry about that, but I do place a lot of strength, and I don't have enough strength, so I think I'm going to just backtrack. Yeah. So, these are the 4 doors in front of me. Which one should I take? If I'm going to take the giant spider, I should not have flipped. Well, I feel like the pack hunter is probably the best bet. And I can face him now that there are no closed doors. So I'm going to go do that. And I'm going to be safe. Whoops, I didn't even doing. But I did want to get the 6 there. I don't really care about my mana. Got 2 6s on strength, 2 agility 3s, and then 1 singleton 1s, which don't seem to be too nice, and then mana that doesn't do anything for me. We can increase a non-heroic die by 2. Could do that to get an agility 5. We can also use precision, but not sure. I don't think I'll be able to get the 10 covered unless I go just like straight for it. I think I'm gonna increase an agility and place one of those. I'll save that. Currently taking 1 heart and 2 time. Can't really get precision to help out at all. But I could do that at the least. Now it's 1 heart and time. I'm gonna settle for that. This game has clearly gotten more difficult since you last took a good look at it. Welcome to this game. I think I'm gonna opt for Barrage. Still. Because I would like to be able to get a consistently good agility for precision. I'd grab that. I could dump my 2 worst agility dice. Get 2 better ones. I think I'm gonna go next. Spike-a-lon. I don't have any mana to worry about here. But placing us free could help with the numbers I need to get, so I'm just gonna waste time here. Place a 6 there. But now I could focus more strength on the 10. We got a good agility roll, unfortunately, because now I don't want to use Barrage. But not such a good strength roll. But I could at least place the 4 there, and all the agility boxes could be taken. And I'm having a hard time getting that 10 covered. I use my Wolf Companion. I could actually get the 10 covered, but then I'll take 2 poison and 2 time. And considering we have a combat card that will add penalties for poison, I don't want to do that. So I think I'm going to increase a strength. So I can at least cover those. And one day I will deal with the 10, but not today, I guess. Alright, we do have the issue of getting poisoned because of this effect. Maybe I do actually want to spend the 2 5s and try to get a 4 and a 3 from Barrage to minimize the poison consequence. I could save a 5 and then put this into a heroic die. And I could spend the heroic die here and I could keep the other 5 just in case I get bad rolls. I'm gonna do that. And I get 5, 5, 6. Well, I was trying to avoid 5s. I at least got 1 5 gone. Actually, no, I could still use precision to increase my my 5 to a 6. There! Now we got rid of all the poison. I think putting a 5 into precision to increase a 5 is not really the most obviously good skill, but hey, we dodged 2 poisons. Alright. So I could actually get the agility dice. Could go for precise blow, because this will give me a 5 strength and 2 ability for a 1 strength die, which will at least give me something that can go towards Barrage, or furthermore increase another dice by 2, and it will give me a 5 strength guarantee. I kind of like skills that give consistent numbers the most. Extra dice are nice too. I'll go for the one that... Dolphins get the skills. I don't think I want to face these encounters. I mean, I dodged the poison, but I don't have enough mana to cover this unless I spend time. I think I'm just gonna explode. Gets me 2 new cards. I spent a lot of time to survive these encounters. I'm not too happy about, but Razorbark is one that I really don't like because his wound skill before the encounter exile a heroic and a strength fights. And this is definitely not one I'm facing because I need to get 15 mana with 1 dice. With 1 die, rather. Not doing that. And we have a peril. Great. Climb up for 10 strength, fly over for 14 mana. Well, not really happy about that. My peril up, my barrage skill would work actually. Peril, right? I've been trying to remember these names and yeah, combat and peril. All right, I got that right. I think I want to climb up. Climbing over is definitely not what I want to do. Climb up skill. I'm gonna place a 4. I know it's spending way too much time. It's gonna cost me, but I'm trying to just get a good start, and I'm not really. And as we see, I can even afford. But I do have fortune. Use that. Reroll this, and I get the same results. But, I mean, taking 3 damage and a poison and spending 3 time, I think, is worse. So I'm going to try this yet again. And I roll a 2. Which is just good enough. I'll take it. I've never rolled a 15 on a D6? What? Yeah, so the experience would give me 4 experience. I'll take the item because now I think I could go for the giant spider because now I have 2. I'm really not happy at how I'm spending time here. I'm really not comfortable with. I'm on veteran difficulty. That was my first mistake. I could always trade the item for experience, but only if I replace it. But yeah, I mean. The old Star Wars DC. I have 2 mana dice. Look how good my mana is. I got 2 1s. Thank you. I think do that to get to 5 and 2. Then these 2s to roll 3 agility. And I get 2 6s. Okay, that's the best outcome. So what next? I could use precision to turn the strengths into 2s. I could use it to turn the agility into, or the mana into the. But I still have to cover that 3. Let's increase the strength to cover that. And I mean, I can make a heroic 6. I'm guessing I'm gonna doing because yeah, purpose for. So I think once again I'm resigning myself to not getting that 10. So what is the best way I could save myself here? I guess let's just cover as many of these as possible. Which the best I can do is cover 2 of them. One with the heroic. And I can't get more than one thing. So I'll precision the. And I will cry. I could re-roll ones, I guess. No, I don't have any potions. I'm at my skill limit. I'm at my item limit. I'll just take this for experience. Then I'm gonna explore because I don't want to face the moss golem or the razor bark. Stay on this floor. Enter this door. And I face a knoll. Cannot face heroic die on dungeon challenge boxes. Would give me a potion. And if I flee, I would have to take damage to stay on this floor. I have precise blow. Barrage. Wolf companion, I have precision. The problem is I've been having issues covering up all the dice. Whatever. I have to make something happen. I'm gonna go for a lucky roll here. And by lucky, I mean I'm probably not gonna get it. But hey, look, I've now rolled 2 mana 6s when I don't need mana 6s. Alright, precise blow. And then barrage. Okay. I can cover that one. Could increase this one by 2. I can cover that 7. Cover that 8. And once again, I am kind of stuck at 10. But this 7 is definitely more important than that 10, and I can't use. Even if I turn this into a heroic 6, I can't place it in this box. So that means if I am going to use this, I would have to use it like here. And I don't have enough dice to. I guess the best thing to do would be to pull out the 5, but then what can I do after that? Can't get a 5 after that point, so we'll end the encounter with another heart of damage. And I think I just want a heroic die, so I'm gonna take the mana die away. Gaining the potion token healed me, and now that I'm level 2, I have the heroic dice. And now we'll just start the second floor. So, big deal. So now, crawling vines. All perils have a 5 shield. All combats have a 4 shield agility and 3 heart poison agility. And the same 10. So dice are super important in this game. Alright, we have the peril. Definitely can't really disarm too well. Remove crystal might be a bit better. Getting a free agility 3. Because this will also help with perils, and it can cover. Good roll. I'm going for it. I have 5 dice. And assuming I can get those 2 covered, I need to roll 9 with 3 dice, but I also need to have good numbers there. And I can't use any of these skills, so I'm gonna just spend time for the 4. I have no 5s, which means I can't even proceed. So I'm gonna have to do the potion if I don't want to suffer terribly. So let's reroll 3s. That's the best bet. I got a 5. I can cover the 9s. All right. I'll take the skill. So 3 items, 3 skills. So I'm currently maxed on skills. And we have the Rockworm. Before the encounter, place a poison on a hero. 12 mana, 5/5, 12/10 strength. I think that's sounding no. Gotta love when I don't get to count high numbers on single dice tiles, especially when they're. Before the encounter, convert 1 poison on a hero to a heart. I have none. But the problem is I have to cover 3 strengths, 1 mana, 1 agility with single die. And I need 5 of my 9 dice dedicated to these. My heroic feat. And I can actually use my opening shot on this mana 6, ignoring the shield, so screw it. I have to gain stuff. Let's do that. And let's get lucky, like we've not getting. Oh, good, we got a mana 1. Again, whenever I need mana, I roll 1s. Let's get a free agility. I forgot I have that free one. And let's do precise blow with the 1. And then barrage with the 6. I can at least guard the 2. So, my strength die are very. I could get the 10 covered if I so wanted, and I would probably cover it like that. And I can only cover like 2 of those, and ideally my 6 goes here. I do have a 5 here, but that's probably gonna have to take care of shield on the mana. I could do precision, increase my mana enough, but then I don't have precision on another die. Could increase one of my dice by 2. I don't think that's gonna help. Actually, might be fine actually if I convert this. I do. Now everything's covered. For once, everything is covered. Yes! I do need potions, I guess, but roll a strength and gain a 3, or just have a consistent extra strength. I'm gonna go with the consistent. Woo! I did it! Okay, we got another one of these guys. Add 2 times the consequences for each heroic on this card. But Devastate is really good. but it does spend time. I don't have enough agility dice. I mean, no, we have swiftness, aura, we have precise blow, but I mean that doesn't give me that. We have barrage. Actually, yeah, I guess I should not be worried about agility. I have like, all right, I'm going for it. This is like, I reach this point where I get like frustrated at the game and I just start saying screw it, and I do fights that I know I shouldn't do. Well, I'm gonna cover an agility 6, I think, because I think worst comes to worst, we can manage the mana. Get it? Manage. Manage. Alright, my wolf companion can help with the mana. Gain the free 6. Gain the free 3. Gain the free 5 and 2. Barrage. Unless I roll 3 1s, this is not any worse than it was. Okay, discard the 2. So I'm actually really lacking in good mana, good agility dice. But I can cover that. I can cover that. So oh, I still need to get the first. I don't know that I want to put the 5 there. I could do precision on an agility, but then I lose the mana. Mana's not as important though, because all the other consequences are strictly worse. What do I do then? What I should do, oh, I don't have potions, because I didn't gain the potion the previous time, because I thought to myself, I don't want it. I could increase this by 2, cover that, and that 5's covered, and then I can cover the 3, and I can increase this, cover that, and now all I'm taking is 1 poison. I do have 2 time for the heroic 6 that I placed without thinking, but whatever. I spent 3 time to place it. I'm gonna spend 2 more time as a consequence. And problem with Devastate is that I have to spend time, but it does give me a guaranteed strength 6, agility 4, mana 4, but I'm just gonna focus on agility. I'm kind of committed to the agility build at this point. We have the Panther. I love the Charmed Panther skill, but I have to go the man. If I sneak by, it's basically trivial. Especially because I can actually use Barrage, so I should just... I will skip the feat. Die. 5. Got a free 3. And then this is covered, so I don't have to use Barrage. At my item limit, I could replace this one and get 4 extra. But if I do that, then I'd have to get for... I'm going to take the 2 experience, and then I could add 2. I always worry about the math of, like, I want to get, like, experience, but I don't want to waste my experience. Oh my gosh. No. I don't have mana dice. I can't do this. Also, Sapling Swarm I don't think has triggered yet. Yep, the heroic step. Which, by the way, I need mana here. Why are all these encounters requiring mana and not just that, but... It would give me a 3, though. Can't do got. I mean, if I leave this 4 uncovered, it's basically the same as fleeing and coming back for this, I guess. So I might just resign myself to this 4. Of course, I have to cover everything, but I'll get a lucky mana roll, and maybe my heroic die could cover this. Yeah, that's my plan. That's my plan. And I once again have a bad mana. Go figure. At least I have some decent agility, and I have a precise blow. And barrage, which will be strictly better unless I roll 3 1s. Alright, like this one. So place the 4. All the shields are covered. The 10. 3, I guess. 10. So I could this by 2. So if I'm resigning myself to that 4, I could sort of cheat. Not really cheat, but I can get a heroic die, and then I can precision it up to 6. And then I have the 2 time. I decided I was going to do. Alright, I'm at my item limit, I'm at my skill limit, I'll take. I don't want to face the wisp. Rockworm before the encounter place in, but then I have I'm just go for the rockworm. Because I mean my strength is decent now. Mana's the scary problem. So if I go for the rockworm, then I'm definitely not really going. Like, if I face the rockworm, then I won't be exploring anymore. Which means I could do opening shot without worry, because I'm not going to face the wisp. Place a 3, or I could place a 6. The 12 mana. But then I just have to get 6 on a mana. Yeah. And then I can, if I have a 3, I can convert. Percent. I might just take the yeah. Alright. There. Oh good, my mana's 1 again. How many times have I relied on a good mana roll and I got a 1? Alright. 3, 3, 3. 3, 5, 2. Barrage. That's good. Answer every time. Alright, so play that, and now the rest of my abilities are. I guess I've not placed that, but play that. My strength actually. I can increase this by 2. I can cover that one. If I place more than 2 dice in a thing, then I will take 2 time of penalty, which is going to result in 1 heart of damage. That's something to work with. I can definitely do the Could do the heroics there. Taking 2 hearts of damage. But I'm not spending any time, so I'm not going to gain any more damage. Like, if I move to the 12s... Oh, I can do 3 dice. It says more than 3 dice. Okay, that's okay. Is that clause? I thought it was 2 dice or more than 2. I was gonna say covering the 12 wouldn't be better than the 10 because I'd have to cover it with 3 dice, which would result in spent time, but it actually is the wrong number I was thinking of, so I did that. So does that change any of my earlier decisions? I don't know. I'm gonna commit to this. 1 heart damage is fine. And I want to get the level up for the potion. And it can let me equip more stuff. Feast the experience. And I have faith in my dice rolls, even though... Oops, that was not what I wanted to do. Descend. Not staying on this full... Why would I... Yeah, so we do have Cursed Fog, which is subtracting 1 from each resist poison roll, which we've not had a poison roll yet, but... my dice roll needs to beat the number of poison tokens. I have 1 poison token, so normally I'd have to roll a 2 or better, but since Cursed Fog is subtracting 1, I now have to roll 3 or better. Which is a 67% chance. Which, given my luck and my mana rolling skills, this is going to be a 1. No, it's a 6. Okay, fantastic. Alright. Not place heroic die on dungeon challenge boxes, which, by the way, now that we're on floor 3, there's a mana 4 and a mana 5, and I still only have 1 mana die because I've been neglecting that for no good reason, and I can't even place a heroic die over here. I'm gonna flee. I think I need to start getting mana because the dungeon encounter or the boss will require mana. Skip the heroic feat step. And I need 5 mana dice, so no. Have some good cards here on the table. We have the rope bridge sprinting across. Hopefully won't be too bad. I'm gonna skip that. Three. And then yeah, we have this covered already. Even need the free. I always just want to get the item instead of the potion. Luck's not gonna help. Potion token can heal me, but I don't know. I need dice. I still need dice. I need dice in a dice game. Go figure. Another peril. Climb up or fly over. This does give me mana, so I do want. Definitely not flying over. That's not good. I don't trust my ability to get 2 5s. Got a 5 and a 3. All right. Mana. Now I could go for the null, I think. I mean, I should be fine. Famous last words. Three. 5, 2. Barrage. Guard the 1. Cover the 4. Cover the 4. Cover the 3. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that die. That die. 4. Cover the 8. 7. Cover the 10. So I just have to increase mana to 5 or greater. Done. All right. Got through that one. My skill is a mana skill. I don't want a mana skill. Might as well take it though, but not mana. Alright. Not going for the ice room. There's too many mana die I would need. Wisp. Guess what? Fling! Ah, boy. I'm not gonna do well against the boss at this point. I want the mana item, but to do that, I'd have to disarm, and I certainly don't have enough dice to do that. I could remove the crystal and just get the experience. I already have the skill. I'm definitely not gonna get enough experience to level up, though. I'm not gonna get the 2 die. Okay, well, I'm gonna remove the crystal. Because I have such faith in my dice rolling skills, I'm just gonna roll it. I did 2 5s. I got no 5s. See, this is fine. That. Alright. 5, 3, 5, and now I can't even cover this. I'm being a bit... Okay, now actually, let me undo that because I don't want to have too much dice on here. Because there was a penalty for time. I miss. Have to do that. Guess I'll just go in this door then. Hear it. I can struggle free and get man. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and... I had faith last time and I suffered. And if I cover that, I don't have enough. I'll just take another heart, another poison, no big deal. Alright. Going for the man. My agility's fine. Dare I? No. This is going to be a fast match. I don't think this is going to work out. Because bear in mind, this 18 and 6. Plus, I just failed the poison roll, so... Any damage I take, I die. And I have 2 mana 1s. So this is off to a good start. Alright. Do our best. No regrets. Three, 3, 4. I can cover that 6. Have this 6. I could increase die. So like if I want to get this 6 covered, I could do that by increasing this by 2. And this extra rule, add poison to the consequences if all skull boxes are covered. Well, that's either going to happen or I die, so I'm not really concerned about that. Alright. I need 2 more strength. I need 9 more mana. And I could increase the die by 3. For its worth. Yeah, I will currently die. And I can only survive if I cover up everything, which I don't know that I can do. I could use Adept to roll a Strength and an Agility and discard one of them, but then I lose 2 mana die. 2 mana dice. So what makes sense here? Does anything make sense? Does this make any sense? Well, if I do Adept, I'm certainly not going to win. I don't think I can win regardless. Certainly can't win if I lose my mana die. I can do Precision. I certainly have free Agility. And I could, like, increase this 2 to 5. Does something for me. Oh, right, now I have that covered. Okay. But then I still have to deal with that. I don't think there's a way of getting out of this. Let's undo as far back as I can just to double check. Double check. Yeah, that was the barrage. And the decisions we made there were like, I put the lowest numbered die in the corresponding places. There's not really... There's the 6. There was a 6. So I can certainly use Precision instead, but like... So I could use the Wolf Companion to increase that strength to us. And then I could spend this 5 Agility to increase that mana to a 6. The Agility was already covered, was it not? That... I mean, I guess I could... Okay, so I can take 1 damage, so I don't need to cover the 6. Actually... Yeah. If I avoid covering... I mean, I'm gonna have to take... I'm gonna have to do a poison roll, which I'm gonna proceed to fail, but I don't need this 6 covered. I can take 1 damage there. 5. Over that 6. That's 6. So this gives me the benefit of covering that 16. Does this let me cover the... I need to get 7 more. 6 more. Without this... With the... Yeah, it's still not looking good. Oh boy. And that was the best that's like the best I could... I mean, I can do that, and I can do more damage to the boss, but then I... I think it's just... My lack of mana in this game is what's been killing me, and I think it's what's... Even though I have like 2 mana increase. I think I'm willing to take the loss. This was a hard game. I'm glad I made it to the boss. At least earned 7 squares. So, yay, I got 7 squares. So, I think putty and durability is the most important. In that 1 extra health. Forget who was talking about it last week, but they said dungeon is nice because this knowledge skill roll a heroic die against the boss is tremendously useful. But I am currently invested in healing, which makes me feel like I want to like max out healing so I at least have a maxed talent. I think I'm gonna go like throw these in. And now if I then get 6 circles, which I can do with any boss, I can gain first aid when you use a potion, heal 1 day. Just fill out the entire sheet, yes. That's obviously what to do. There's a lot that has to be filled out regardless. It only takes 20 games. As long as you win each one or something. Yeah, so I think I'm just going to max out healing to start with. Well, basic first, because you always have that. And then healing second, because I've already started in there. Starting with an extra potion. When you use a potion, heal 1 damage, so that's extra healing. When you descend, heal 1 damage. And after each boss round, heal damage, so that I can take damage a little more willingly, because there's lots of avenues for healing. And then obviously these other ones also have uses. Keen Eye, I kind of like. Prevent the first damage from stairs each floor because it lets you stay on a floor for longer. Bandages, when you replace an item, heal 1 damage. That's like healing! Alright, well, this does finish the 1-deck dungeon part of the stream. We suffered a loss. We've gone 1 for 3 on the 1-deck dungeon games. But I think we're going to continue with this routine of 1-deck dungeon in the first hour and then Sentinels of the Multiverse in the second hour, which of course means that the next game we are playing is Sentinels of the Multiverse. That was a nice music. The video isn't catching up, but it is now. I did not have this up and running before for OBS register it. But for everyone who has been so nice to stick around through the 1-deck dungeon part, who wants to participate in Viewer's Choice? The way that Viewer's Choice has worked is I make a list of names and I ask each viewer in order what they want. Like, I'll ask them a question like what villain, what hero, what environment, etc. And based on popularity, based on how many people line up, there is certainly a wonderfully empty line. We have James Butler, we have Dr. Tin Can. Let me think about it. I'll put you on. And if you don't want to participate, you can just say skip or something. Because we certainly don't as many viewers. I mean, I guess we do have some. We have lurkers. Nothing wrong with lurking. It's viewer's choice, so that means anyone is free to suggest anything. And if you know nothing about Sentinels, you could still say, oh, look, Dreamer has like flavorful art. Let's go play Dreamer. Doesn't matter. Jameis, are we doing a classic match or are we doing a team match? Classic meaning solo villain, team meaning team villains. Jameis votes classic. Then Dr. Tin Can, who's the villain? He-Man, if you want to participate, 3, 4, or 5 heroes. Dr. Tin Can says Deadline. Here. Blarg. 4. Okay, we're doing 4 heroes. Then, Jameis, choose hero number 1. Dr. T, and choose hero number 2. And choose hero number 3. Shane. Number 4. Join the community with our hand Discord Handelabras. Oh my gosh. Alright, so then Dr. T and choose environment. And classic challenge or team. No. I just said classic or team. I don't know where I am. I'm apparently still in the first question. I'm laggy too. Alright, hero number 1 is Parse. Hero number 4 is Mainstay. It's Void Guard Mainstay. Here. We're waiting on 2 more heroes, the environment, and the difficulty. Playing challenge. Stuntman for hero 2, Guise for hero 4.
Hi.
Hi. Oh. And then the environment was Dr. T. So the environment list, if you're not familiar with it, is over here. What is the place that Deadline is blowing up? Guise is happy. See, he has a smile on his face. I mean, you can't actually see because he doesn't have a mouth, but he has a smile on his face. Court of Blood. All right. We're playing Challenge Deadline versus Parse, Stuntman, Void Guard, Mainstay, and Guise in the Court of Blood. Fights! Oh. Guys, the Twitter person also said hi to me. It is with great regret that I destroy your civilization, human. The only way. Through you, your weaknesses are all too visible. Let's just have Deadline destroy the court. Yes, that seems wise. Alright, so Parse is starting with Between the Lines, Exploit Vulnerability, Recompile, and Segmentation Fault. So consistent ongoing destruction there, that's good. Stuntman has Lembuscade, No Time to Bleed, Pistolet, Mitrailleur, and Planquez-Vous. Void Guard Mainstay has Bad to the Bone, Kick the Tires, Sweet Rhonda, and Void Belter. And Guise has Best Card Ever! Gimmicky Character, Gritty Reboot, and Retcon. So, Deadline. His challenge rule, villain device cards are indestructible. So what are the device cards that he has? He starts the game off with Atomic Endglaive. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP 3 energy damage. Generally not one to worry about, really. Deadline's the bigger target. But this is now indestructible, so that 3 energy damage is going to happen throughout the game. There are some worse devices, though, like the Auto Armor Caster. The first time damage would be dealt to Deadline each turn, prevent that damage. So you would have to do more than 1 instance of damage in a turn in order to be able to damage Deadline, which prolongs the game. And any prolonged game against Deadline is pretty bad. Pandemonium Key. The first time an environment target enters play each turn, play the top card of the villain deck. Not as bad, but it can speed up the game because he could put out more catastrophes. The Ataxia Sphere. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the lowest HP 2 infernal damage. If a hero character card is dealt damage this way, that hero's player must either discard 1 card or shuffle their trash into their deck. Not really one to worry about other than the fact that it deals damage to the hero with the lowest. Generally, effects that damage the hero with the lowest HP are one of the worst damage dealing effects, because those are the ones that are very likely to incapacitate a hero, considering they make the lowest HP hero lowester. But the other effect of this card, either discard a card or shuffle the trash into the deck, not as bad because you can just shuffle your trash into your deck for free, even if your trash is empty. And that's it for the devices. So some that are not good and others that are not really doing anything. So, and then there's of course the catastrophes. Now we're not playing on advanced or ultimate, so destruction of catastrophes will not trigger a counter effect. So we can safely destroy them, and if we have Parse, we will probably destroy them like repeatedly. Alright, so the atomic englaive. Yes, I said lowester, and I actually did mean lowester, even though it's not a real word, because it makes it more lowest. Alright, we have 2 catastrophes. Reduction Super Zone and the Calculated Orogenesis, both of which deal damage. But the Calculated Orogenesis plays the top card of the environment deck, which actually combos terribly with the Pandemonium Key, because it could play an additional card on the villain turn, but I think it's segmentation fault. Let's just destroy the catastrophes. I don't think exploit vulnerability is going to be as useful as it can be, because all the villain targets other than Deadline are indestructible, and the environment targets will probably be destroyed by Deadline. Let's just minimize environment play, I think. Stuntman with a lot of ongoings and a lot of equipments. Base power is 1 irreducible damage. Peaceable Mutual Lure deals 1 projectile damage, but if the power is used outside of his turn, he could play a card. Does he have means of using powers out of turn? No Time to Bleed would do that. Limbuscade would certainly do that. And Planquez-Vous would certainly do that. So I guess Peaceable Mutual Lure. And as D-Man pointed out, AoE damage is fun in challenge mode because you can see how low the atomic englaive goes down. And there is actually a reason maybe to lower the devices down to negatives, because some of the vampires damage the non-environment target with the lowest. In fact, the Dame Katarina deals a non-vampire target with the lowest, so basically Dame would be targeting the relics for the rest of the game. And then I think Infecting an Error also does that. So we're not really as worried about these cards as we would be in a standard game, because they will almost always be the indestructible devices, which will make them lowester. But anyway. So here with Mainstay, we do have Kick the Tires, can destroy an ongoing or equipment card. This is actually a weird card, because normally these sorts of effects that you may destroy an ongoing or environment card, but this says ongoing or equipment card. And heroes don't generally have free equipment destruction, because equipments are generally useful for the heroes. But of course, Mainstay loves when his equipments blow up, because they all have reactionary effects. We could get rid of the Subduction Super Zone if I kick the tires. I just will not get the card play part. We do have a retcon though. Guise doesn't generally need to play a card. Well, that's not really true, but like, I don't know. I always feel like I'm building up for a big hand with Guise so that I can do lots of things at once. So he probably will just retcon. So I guess instead of that, I think I'll just put out Void Belter, because this does have a reaction. When this card is destroyed, Mainstay deals 1 target, 2 projectile, and 2 fire. I will Void Belter. And then I will keep this card in play, because I'll just save it for card destruction effects, which can happen. Alright, so I'd be remiss if I did not play best card ever. It's selling out, and I can do that too. And hit Deadline. Woo! So now, I think we'll just retcon. And I could put Gritty Reboot out. Atomic Enclave will be targeting Guise, so that's something that will hit Guise. Now, I want to draw or play. I don't think I want to play, because I can do that too. Could either deal 2 damage or deal 1 irreducible damage. Oops. Or deal 1 damage and then deal 1 damage. I think I'm just going to draw. And I will damage Deadline. And then I get Blatant Reference. One that is nice to have when you have lots of cards and damage in. Expecting an air. Unleashed Hurricane. And Magnetic Pole Shift. And then hit Guise because Guise wants to be dealt damage. The one thing I have seen people do, but I didn't really want to do it there. After you play Gritty Reboot, which says whenever Guise is dealt damage, you may draw a card, you could then use Guise's 1 melee damage on himself to draw additional cards. However, if I were to do that, then Atomic Enclave would target Stuntman. It wouldn't have resulted in more card plays anyway. Or more card draws, rather. So, yeah, we have the Unleashed Hurricane, we have Magnetic Pole Shift. And Magnetic Pole Shift will destroy 2 cards. Blatant Reference, yeah, I'm Parse. To discard a card to deal 1 target 4 damage. That is a nice combo. So what D-Man is pointing out is that, oh yeah, I'm that guy. I5 a player, treat this card as if it had the game text of every ongoing card in that player's play area. And we're referencing Parse's card, Critical Multiplier. Whenever you discard a card, select a hero target, increase the next damage dealt by that target by 1. So then if we proceed to have Blatant Reference, at the end of each turn, you may discard, or at the end of each hero turn, you may discard a card. If you do, Guise deals 1 target, 1 projectile damage. Well, if he discards a card, he could select himself 3 times with Critical Multiplier, increases his next damage by 3, and then he deals that damage immediately and deals 4 damage. That is certainly a great combo. It requires Critical Multiplier. Now, Magnetic Pole Shift, I will have to discard to do that, so I think I'm going to recompile and discard my hand. I would like to do this with 3 cards at least. I would also like to do this with effects that trigger on discards, but I'm kind of resigning Parse to being the ongoing destructor in this game. And Unleashed Hurricane. 2 players must put 1 card from hand on top of their deck. I guess I'm just going to destroy both of these. I've dropped the hand. Extreme! Now, did you use the proper number of E's? You used 6 E's, and Extreme has 8 E's. So, unfortunately, you misspelled the card. Also, you're missing 3 exclamation points and the hyphen between X and T. So, I'm sorry, but I do not know what card you're referencing, because you could be referencing Extreme, but all I know is that you referenced Extreme, and I have no idea what you're talking about. Anyway, I think I'm gonna put out Lembuscade. This card works really nice when we have In Medias Res, because oh, a non-hero card under play that I didn't like, I will destroy this card and use a power like Pistolet Mitrailleur. Power will be used outside my turn so I can play a card like In Medias Res to go to my next turn and skip that effect. I don't have In Medias Res, but I will get it soon. All right. So yeah, I don't really like Unleashed Hurricane. Force our progression to slow down, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. We have successfully destroyed 4 Catastrophe. All right. What do I do here? You don't really have exciting options with I can do that too. Except if I get Guise the Barbarian, because then Void Guard Mainstay's power becomes 6 damage. So I probably want to keep it for that, which means I need Guise the Barbarian, which means I need to draw more cards. Blatant Reference, not useful right now. Selling out, I don't have lots of cards I want to play in succession. Extreme, you know, damage reduction I don't have to worry about, but I don't think Deadline has any damage reduction. He has damage prevention, but not reduction. I don't really need irreducible. I also don't think damage can be redirected. Thank you for typing extreme with enough ease and exclamation points and hyphens. I think I'm just gonna skip to keep my cards, but I will still use my base power because I can draw a card with my base power. But I could also deal damage with my... And I drew 2 Look What I Founds, which at least I'm more willing to play that because it's 3 damage. Unhallowed Halls. So now non-vampire targets cannot regain HP, targets cannot deal radiant damage, increase all infernal damage by 1. Which I think Deadline does have infernal damage. He has the Ataxia Sphere that deals infernal damage. His flip side, I know he deals irreducible fire damage. I don't think he... Oh no, Severed Ley Line. Yeah, okay. Severed Ley Line is actually now a catastrophe I don't really care about, other than it being a catastrophe. I'm getting ready for a big selling out. Alright, Magnetic Pole Shift returns. And Magnetic Pole Shift is out again. Oh my. Well, I'm going to do syntactic analysis on Parse, because Parse has 3 data minings that could destroy a Magnetic Pole Shift. And do that. We get a critical multiplier and a syntactic analysis. So I'll start with the critical multiplier, and then I will play syntactic analysis, and I'll play that on Parse. I get a recompile in between the lines. Which, well, start with recompile, I think. Because now I have critical multiplier. We don't have any other means of ongoing destruction. We have Sweet Rhonda, which can destroy one of my ongoing cards. So can I just like play that on Deadline? Guys will deal damage, so everyone will deal damage, but Guys will also deal damage. And D-Man is going to crucify me if I don't like talk big about Guys. Where did I leave that? Won't help, but oh yeah, I'm that guy would. Have to have him draw that. So I guess, yeah, we're gonna do this on Guise. Because he could draw the card. Oh yeah, I'm that guy. There we go. Because now he could discard a card and then increase his next damage as well, if we so wanted. And yeah. So Guise, actually, if he plays, oh yeah, I'm that guy on Parse, and then uses Parse's segmentation faults, then he's not going to be dealing damage himself. So I'm just going to target Mainstay. Because, like, Mainstay is the definition of damage dealing. For sensory awareness is good. Alright. Stuntman is not the highest HP, so No Time to Bleed might not trigger right away. I'm gonna put out Kukaku. Why? Because I can. And I couldn't remember if I targeted Stuntman with the damage boost, but if I did, then I want to target Deadline. All right. So Sweet Rhonda, at the end of your turn, either draw a card or destroy one of your ongoing cards. So I'm gonna go and put out Sweet Rhonda because then I can draw more cards. Could perhaps get to the thing that will allow for more damage dealing. We have 3 Bad to the Bones, which obviously works well if you could do multiple damage instances in a single turn, which Deadline or Mainstay can do. I think I called him Deadline before. That was incorrect. Yeah, I'm Parse, and yeah, I'm extreme, or lack thereof. I'll target guy. There. 3 rounds in a row that we have successfully destroyed all catastrophes. So, that's good. Relic Dorothea damages each non-vampire target. Boosted by Unhallowed Halls. Boosted by Koot. We get a catastrophe. And we get a catastrophe. Which Severed Leyline doesn't actually do that much other than it being a catastrophe. I'm happy to leave that one out, honestly. So, but I do want to get rid of Unleashed Hurricane because putting cards from hand on top of your deck means not only do you lose a card from your hand, but you also lose your next card draw because you'll draw the card you just had. I think I'm going to put Snap Decision out to start speeding up Parse. And then I will discard a card. Someone's going to say, why don't you do a critical multiplier so you can discard here and increase the next damage by 2? No, that's fine. You can do that next turn. Oh, and there's data mining. All right. So now I will put this out for what it's worth. He stole the Dimitri Lure, is now doing 2 damage. What? The Atomic Enclave didn't get destroyed. I think that's a bug. Okay. Deadlock. Play this card next to a non-hero target. Damage dealt to that target is irreducible. Damage dealt by that target is irreducible and redirected to Mainstay. When this card is destroyed, Mainstay deals 1 target 3 projectile damage. You know, this is actually an effect that you could destroy with, like, Void Belter just to do more damage in a turn. But it's dangerous to put out Headlock before Deadline flips. So I think I'm not going to do that. That is something to think about. I mean, I could play that and destroy it immediately. But ideally, I would also play Bad to the Bone first, which would mean I would want Headlock to be in play before my turn. I think I'll just put out Durasteel Studded Vest. And then destroy Sweet Rhonda. Nope, I'm not doing that. Drop the hammer. Okay. I could do, oh yeah, I'm that guy again. But I don't need to. A Durasteel Stud. Look what I found. Alright, let's draw cards. Guise the Barbarian has to be coming up. It's certainly not the bottom 2 cards of my deck. Why would it be? It can't be. Beast of Flesh. Atomic Enclave is lowester. And then Atomic Enclave is lowester. No time to bleed triggers. Angry mob. All right, what are you doing, Deadline? We're all shuffling our trashes into our decks, which doesn't really do anything other than like make it less likely for us to find Guise the Barbarian. Get a catastrophe, and we get a catastrophe. So he is now at 3. Discard a card. Look, guys. Critical multiplier. Data mining. Destroy severed blade. Or no. Abduction super zone does damage. Can also destroy an environment card. An angry mob, as fun as it is, gonna hit Stuntman. Feast of Flesh also pulls out more environments. And then Relic Doriotia, I guess, does a lot of damage herself as well. It's only 2 damage to death. Get rid of that one. Discard a card. Built by Guise, by a quadrillion. Destroy severed link. Back down to 1. Play. Let's steal the scene, because now I can use Piece of Le Mitralure out of turn a little more easily. Assault. When this card is destroyed, something that deals 1 target projectile damage, then you may use a power, which could be my base power, because that will do more. Don't I? Yeah, let's go to the scene. It's my turn now. Look at me. I'm the captain now. Okay. Still kind of want to walk and then do the bad bone trombone turn. Yeah, I'll do that. So in setup for this, guys, is gonna copy the ongoing destruction effect again. Oh, shard strength, nice. Draw a card. I really don't want all of Deadline's damage to redirect to the Mainstay. But I could increase Mainstay's next damage by a bajillion T. Blatant reference is not Guise the Barbarian, who's considered to have the highest HP. Each vampire deals the hero with the highest. Yeah, so it will just be an Erzi. Comic Enclave. Infecting an air. Oh, look at this. Atomic Enclave is in negative double digits and is now going even lower. Oh no, a natural disaster. That's a bad one. Calculated orogenesis. Abduction super zone. Unleashed hurricane. No, Deadline. No. Or not Deadline. Mainstay. No. Great Ambuscade. I can't immediate rest, and I can't stop this from happening. No. Where's Dynamic Siphon to give Guise a power? Well, so what? There's 3 catastrophes, deadline flips, deals each non-villain target 3 irreducible fire. Okay. Could be worse. I destroyed this card. I could deal 6 damage straight up, or 4 damage with base power, or I could Piece Delay Mutual Lure. I guess I could Piece Delay Mutual Lure and play Coupe Vassant. It's gonna redirect the next damage, so it can at least stop Mainstay from being dealt a quadrillion damage. Which, I mean, he's not at risk of dying, but I'm gonna do the smart approach. Never seen a fixed point imbued fire absolute 0 or fixed pointed ether twisted absolute 0. I've definitely seen like very low negative HPs as the result of indestructible targets. It's common with absolute 0 as talked about, but alright, next damage redirects to Stuntman, but then Headlock redirects it, so let's target... How should we do this? Target Stuntman, because then Headlock triggers, then Coupe Vassant triggers, and then that triggers. Yes, that was entirely what I wanted to do. Alright, so 5 rounds in the game, or however many have transpired, and we have only just now started losing environment cards, but I think we're fine. In fact, I have a targeting arrow. I'm not going to discard a card because... reasons. I'm going to targeting arrow deadline. Damage dealt to deadline is increased by 1. I'm going to use my base power for once. What? Parse is a base power? I think that's better than increasing that next damage by 2 is dealing 3 myself. Don't destroy that. This actually doesn't matter, but I'll play something. And then I'll go ahead and use Piece Delay Mutual Lure. Fugue State Parse has a base power, but not the original. Hey, a hero dealing 1 target 2 damage is kind of a boring and common power, but it's also a useful power because it's consistent damage dealing. If you have ever played a game with complexity 3 heroes whose base powers are like deck manipulations or card draws, you find out that like you can easily get overwhelmed when you don't have cards that deal damage and you have to deal with multiple targets. So sometimes the boring I deal 1 target 2 damage power is actually a really useful power. I'm going to do Bad to the Bone, damaged up by Mainstay, increased by 1 this turn. Then I'm going to use my base power. I think. Actually, no, I want to use Void Belter. Base power would do more damage, but Void Belter lets me destroy something. But 5. Then I can destroy Headlock, and now I destroyed something, so Mainstay deals 1 target 5 damage, and now Deadline is dead. I didn't even need the damage boost. But Freedom 5 Absolute 0 is Complexity 3, and its base power gets 2 Impales out by round 2. I mean, Freedom 5 Absolute 0 is kind of OP, honestly, but I think that he's probably significantly stronger than his other variants, which is kind of contrary to how variants tend to be, honestly. Tachyon is the exception, whose base powers tend to be stronger than... I'm fine with deal 1 target 2 damage powers, because, like, sometimes that's just all you need. Anyway, that was a match. We won. We defeated Challenge Deadline. It is only 8:30, but I think, honestly, I'm going to cut the stream because it is busy time for me. It is the end of the semester. I have to make sure that things get graded on time. I've been grading all day before this point. I'm happy to do the stream after all that grading I've done, but I want to make sure I get done with what I need to get done. Tomorrow's the last day of class. Next week is finals week, and I want to make sure that everything I have on hand I have graded. And the amount of grading I have left to do, I want to get bed at a reasonable time. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here, and if the Handelabrats decide that I skirted my duties as a Handelabra streamer, then I will do a 4-hour stream next week. What was that I heard? 8 hours? 8-hour stream next week? Yes, let's do an 8-hour stream next week. But anyway, I'm going to end the stream here. We at least did one deck dungeon game and one Sentinels the Multiverse game, so there's at least one of each that we can reference. 24 hours? 24 hours? 24 hours, going once, going twice, 30 hours by the last in the back row. 30 hours, 30 hours, 30 hours. I hear 32 hours, 32 hours, 32 hours by the gentleman in the top corner in the third row. 32 hours, 34 hours, 34 hours. Going once, going twice, sold! 34 hours. Next week's stream is now 34 hours long. 1 year, oh god. If I could be paid for, like, if I could get $1 million up front to do a 1-year stream, I would do that. You're right, it does still say one deck dungeon. I forgot to change that. Doesn't matter now, it's too late to change. But you're right, I forgot to do that. I'm not used to changing games in the middle of a stream, so I forgot I had to do that. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this stream. Be sure to check out the other streams we have on this channel. We have On Deck every Monday with Pirate Savvy and Dover. We have Handelabra Live every Tuesday. John will be there every week. Jeremy will be there every other week because he wants to be around for his family a little more often than he's been. And we're still trying to work out the details on how exactly the off weeks will be for John. But there will be some sort of guest streamer with John, or maybe some regular, who knows what. So this week Jeremy was there, but next week Jeremy won't be there. John will be there with someone else, hopefully. Thursdays at 7 p.m. is Dolphin's Dive with yours truly. You just saw how Dolphin's Dive works. It's the strategically minded stream where we discuss all sorts of strategies and mechanics and whatnot. And then every Sunday at 7 p.m. is Tales from the Archive with another letdown. The games that Handelabra has provided, or not provided, well, I guess provided, I feel like provided means that they're giving it away. The games that Handelabra has programmed and released to the public, Sentinels of the Multiverse and Bottom of the Ninth and One Deck Dungeon, are all currently available through Steam stores and mobile stores. The newest game that they just kickstarted, which is Aeon's End, the Kickstarter just finished 2 days ago, live on Handelabra Live. And it has been funded, and it has successfully reached 3 of the stretch goals. I think it might have reached... Did it reach the... I think it did reach the one for the crossover from One Deck Dungeon. If I'm lying to you, I apologize, but I think that one was met. In any case, the main project has been funded, so Aeon's End is guaranteed to be produced and will ship out, hopefully, sometime in the next year. And after that, after the next game they're going to work on, they have established, is Spirit Island, so you can look forward to that coming in the future. If you want more info or to sign up for a mailing list or whatever, you can go to handelabra.com. Sentinels the Multiverse you can get through sentinelsdigital.com, or you can find it through Analog Cardboard and Ink, through Handelabra, through Greater Than Games, or through your local board game dealer, perhaps. And One Deck Dungeon you could also find through Asmadi Games, or perhaps through the Handelabra site. It is available on Steam and iOS, and it is a fun game. I only learned it 3 weeks ago, and I'm amazed that I only learned it 3 weeks ago. It is a rather simple game to learn, a rather difficult game to master, as we have seen a few times. But yeah, and if you want to check out my own personal channel, I'm at twitch.tv/LewDolphin. And I haven't been doing as much content in the past several months because teaching has been keeping me busy, but I have been trying to do a weekly Civilization 5 stream with some friends, and some of the Handelabra viewers have come over and seen me there, which is nice and fun. So if you want to see me personally and a little less filtered, then you can check me out there. My Twitter is LouDolphin21, my YouTube channel, LouDolphin. Those are the main places you can find my content. And after next week, after final exam week, I will have 3 weeks off, and I hope to be streaming more, and I will probably be doing a variety of content at that point, maybe Final Fantasy 13, maybe Civilization 5, maybe Sentinels of the Multiverse, and or One Deck Dungeon in a late night fashion, so you can have even more unfiltered content, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Go and listen to Deadline's victory music because it is pretty cool. All right, good night, everyone.